Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Restored in his faith in humanity and inspired by Superman's selfless act, Batman enlists the help of Earth's heroes to face an alien threat that can destroy the planet. But before I get started, if you enjoy this review and you want to watch new reviews that I post every Monday and Friday, like this video and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the box right here. Right here, yeah. The Snyder Cut of the Justice League has finally arrived, and I'll start off by saying it makes my heart warm and happy that Zack Snyder was able to see his vision come to life after having to go through such a difficult journey. It fixes all the issues I had with the previous movie. The story is nice and neat. I know what's happening and why it's happening, and it doesn't waste a lot of the 4 hours it's been given. Like, one of the issues that they fixed that bugged me a lot more than most people, is how Steppenwolf and his army knew that Superman was dead. Because in the old movie, they just showed up, and I'm thinking, how do you even know that he's dead? There was nothing to indicate that you found out. But this movie takes 2 minutes, just two, to quickly explain how. And I was like, alright, cool, that's all I needed. Thank you, movie. And it gives the villain Steppenwolf a more impactful presence. Because in this movie, he's not just some generic big villain that gets jumped by the heroes. He has a character arc. He has motivation. You kind of feel for him in a way. He's a son that wants to redeem himself in the eyes of his father. And he's super imposing. He has metal spiky armor that moves, and his axe is just super crazy, and he beats the bejeezies out of the Justice League. Steppenwolf is legit. The biggest improvement of this movie, though, is that they actually developed the characters of Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. Each of them were given a good amount of time to show us who they are, why we should care about them, and why they all need to team up. Cyborg especially was given the most screen time out of the new characters, and I wanted to hug him. Cyborg needs a hug. Ray Fisher as Cyborg did a great job, and I personally would love to see him in his own movie. And this movie was action-packed, like stuff was happening, and I love superhero movies where stuff is happening. Like, don't get me wrong, character development is good. Some exposition is also good. But my superhero movies need to have people being punched, and this movie delivers on the punching of people. It's 4 hours long. It needs to be able to keep my attention for 4 hours, and this movie succeeded. Now, there are issues I had with this movie. First off, this movie should have only been 3.5 hours long. The only reason why it's 4 hours long is because Zack Snyder put slow motion in nearly every scene. When used sparingly, slow motion can be effective, but when it's used too much, it can make a scene look ridiculous, especially in the fight scenes, because you'll have a cool fight scene, but then every 10 seconds it will slow down for an epic shot, and it takes me out of the fight. Slow motion will even be used for regular things like walking. This became so jarring that I was getting frustrated by it. I was yelling at my TV like, move on, let's go. There's also a surprise character that appears in a couple of scenes, and as a superhero fan, I was very happy to see them. But one, the design looked pretty bad, and two, they served no purpose to the movie. They just appeared and said, hey, I'm here now, and the movie is like, okay, and then they were gone. I also don't like how Zack Snyder does Superman, because Superman is my favorite DC hero, and I'm gonna say it. The Whedon-cut Superman was superior, even with the CGI face. Superman in this movie, and in previous movies with Henry Cavill, has zero personality. Hold up a piece of paper. That's this Superman. Henry Cavill is a charming, funny, just all-around awesome dude. He's already Superman. Just have him play as himself, and this Superman would actually be a symbol of hope instead of someone who is secretly a serial killer. I think the way Superman's been portrayed in these movies is a big reason why we're not getting Man of Steel 2. Fight me on that. Overall, this was much better than the mess we got back in 2017. It's a huge improvement. But I don't think it lived up to the hype, because I'm hearing people say this is one of the greatest, if not the greatest superhero movie of all time. And I'm really glad that it makes people feel that way. But for me, it was just good. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Like sugar-free soda. Thanks for watching. Click right here to watch more reviews, and to see new reviews, click right here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything.